Hello everybody, I am thrilled to be talking to KK Diaz. Thank you very much for joining me. And I want to ask you about writing. We're going to fall right in and say, you are the author of book number 4 and 5. I want to know about your books. Tell me about your books.
Book 4 and 5 really were a long time coming. They'd been in the works for a while, even before I realized they could turn into books.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been exciting, it's been exhilarating, and it's been a goal of mine to publish 5 books, by 40, which I've done. So it's something that I'm celebrating, that I'm proud of. And I'm excited to take the show on the road, so to speak.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now there are a lot of things that you just said that I want to ask lots about. And the first thing is, obviously, a lot of people are sitting wanting to write a book and they may have it in mind.
Yes.
How long has it taken you to get to this stage?
Wow. Look, it's taken me my entire life, and I'm sorry to be metaphorical about the answer or philosophical, but it's really taken me as long as I've been on this earth to, number one, to understand.
Get the material together, right?
Even before that, which is to understand the value that I can provide to others, right? And then after that, to do work, i.e. the proof of concept, right? To prove the business case, i.e. that KK as a strategist, as a coach, as a consultant is able to provide compelling value to customers and the people he works for. It was at that point that I was able to say, okay, cool. People actually love what I do. I have something, and I've seen the shift, the positive shift and the positive improvement in the businesses and the clients that I work with. Yeah. Why not put it down on paper?
Wonderful.
Which is actually, when I think about it, something I had already done before. I just didn't realize I could turn the different content into books, so to speak.
Now, what's very interesting to me is also KK is talking about business, the business of books and the business of your business, which kind of happens to align here. But I think if somebody just said, I'm going to write a book because I feel like writing a book, or my ego says I should write a book, it may be a very different motivation, and also the material that's in the book would be very different because it may not land as well as particularly yours does, because it is a plan of 5 books that are entrepreneurial and that teach people to be entrepreneurial. So
I always tend to think of things that are part of a business as part of the overall business model, right? And my business is not in the business of publishing books, but there are a couple of reasons why we ended up publishing these books. Number one is, as an individual, I have that aspiration, right, to impart knowledge and to share my content and my knowledge with my clients and aspiring entrepreneurs and professionals in general and business executives, because the content is more than just about being an entrepreneur. It's also about being somebody who's aspiring and inspiring to others, and somebody who wants to do great things, right? Whether you're just a business executive or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to share. Now, the second reason is, books are considered to be the new business card. You remember how excited we used to be when we used to have business card?
Yes.
Right? Like most things in life, things evolve, right? We've evolved beyond the business card. Now it's about proving that beyond the business card. Credentials. Exactly. Especially around being a what's called a trusted advisor, right? Regardless of what brand you are or what line of business you're in, what I think you need to prove in the eyes of customers is, do you have something worthy of their attention? Do you have compelling value that you can provide to them? And can you prove it?
Been there, done that.
Can you communicate it?
Get the t-shirt.
Right? Can you put it down on a blog article, social media post? But if it's in the book, I think the credibility that you get from there is amazing. That's not necessarily why I'm doing it. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing it, to establish credibility and establish my brand. But it's really about sharing my knowledge, because it's one of my top 3 values, to learn, to share what I'm learning, and to educate others.
Beautiful.
Right? And thirdly, something else I'll keep to myself.
And that's beautiful. And also, I think you touched on something else, which is really to say, when you are working on a book, because it feels so, it's like when you do a performance, you're going to record something on video, you want to think clearly about it. So much more so when you write a book, you want to really be sure that you land all the ideas and it's thought through, so that it isn't just a whole lot of blur, right?
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was saying, that it's been a lifetime process. Is that I've had to think about what I'm doing, is I've had to think about things I'm saying, how I'm saying them, how different are they, am I just regurgitating the same thing as everybody else is saying? Because let's be honest, there's very few things that are new under the sun, right?
Yeah.
Right? And so I've learned all of these things from so many mentors, from so many coaches, other consultants, and so forth. And so I had to define my own style. I had to define my own call it process and methodologies, which I've done, and I've tested them along the last couple of years, just over a decade. And I'm confident and comfortable to say, okay, my stuff is worth something. Let me share it with others, and that's what I've been doing since 2013.
Excellent. And now it's kind of your angle superimposed on this material, and that is how you share it.
100%.
Okay. Now you've got the books here, and these are the first 3 A game.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you one more question around this. Idea of a series of books that you had right from the start. There's a lot of value in that, isn't there, to build a series or to build something together. Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, for me it really was a portfolio, right? It's like when you're a designer and you want to show off your work. It's about showing the different websites you've done, the different designs you've done for the different types of clients and the different industries. And for me, it's really I think maybe that's one of the second and third reasons, but one of the first reasons is I'm a creative person. I get bored easily, and so I read and I learn many different things at the same time. And inevitably there was going to be more than one book. You know, I mean, the first book is around climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and how to use that as a concept for achieving goals in your life. I speak about purpose and so forth. The next book is really the methodology on how to grow an existing business. The third one is a sect of the previous book, which is around marketing, how to establish yourself as a thought leader, how to do inbound marketing, how to automate marketing, sales, and so forth. The fourth book is around inbound marketing, which is a subsect, and that's why it's smaller than the others. And the last one is really around digital transformation.
Great.
So the topics are somewhat similar, but different, related, and that's what creates this portfolio. The next book is going to be on leadership. There might just be 2 or 3 other ebooks before the main A Game business book series, which the next one is on leadership. I've literally been writing for about 2.5 years so far.
Excellent, wow. So when we come back, I'm definitely going to ask in another clip about the process and about how you plan these things. Thank you very much for sharing. It's really amazing to learn.
It's a pleasure.